What's up, guys? It's your boy Leo, and this right here is the Division 2. And I'm going to do my review in this game, and it's going to be a moment-to-moment review, something that you're not really used to. First off, let me say, I've been completely satisfied with this game. This game is the best game that came out this year, in my opinion. This is done so properly in terms of the loot. There's loot everywhere, and I played the first Division game, and I never wanted to explore in that game as much as I do in this one. I love how lived in the world feels. It doesn't feel like the first game where it's just random NPCs walking around, and they'll probably ask you for some water or some type of food. In this one, the NPCs actually help you in fights, and they also give you better rewards if you help out with certain materials that they may need. And there's also an incentive to help out the settlements, because not only do they give you new missions, they also reveal things on the map, like this SHD tech that I have marked on my radar, which you'll always need in the game as you're leveling up. One thing I also like is the fact that everything is not just arbitrarily, this is a higher level, so automatically it's better. There's certain lower level weapons that might be better than something that's a higher level based on the quality. Also, the weapons and items that you discover in the game may also have some type of nice added attribute that you may want to save for later, so you can actually break it down and take that attribute to add it to your favorite weapon. So right here, I just hopped off the building where I found all that extra loot. And I literally almost walked 5 meters and there's more stuff for me to get. I don't have footage in this video, but one thing I recommend when you play this game is definitely just explore, especially in the sewers. There's a lot of stuff that you'll need. And that's the one place you will always find the different keys that you will need to get into certain special crates. So here's kind of an example of what I was speaking about with the level 9 knee pads actually having more armor, but the level 10 has a special attribute that gives me plus 200 health. So this time, this is the better one to go with. But as I said before, it's definitely not always like that. I remember when I started the game out, I was using a level 1 shotgun. I actually got that as a Uplay reward, and it was doing over 2k damage, but it was a level 1. But what made it really good was the fact that it was an exotic level weapon. When you find a weapon in this game that you love, you're going to feel like you don't want to switch it until you find a better version of it. And so far, I've been using this marksman rifle, and I actually got lucky in the sewers and found a pistol that does 1k damage. They really improved on the abilities that you get. Like, for example, the turret that I'm using is an incendiary that shoots a flamethrower, but there's also one that shoots a sniper rounds and also a regular machine gun turret. I love how the enemies react to you in terms of what you're doing. They'll say that you pulled out a shield. They'll say that you're reloading. They'll say that they're reloading. They'll ask their allies for help if they're suppressed.
You're looking good, Agent.
The sounds of the weapons in this game are also very great. The explosions are nice. The first time you get in a turret, it's like super loud. You'll be surprised at how much punch the weapons have. And they seem different. None of them seem exactly the same. That was nice. Multiple kills. I also have this perk that gives me extra XP whenever I kill multiple enemies. So right now I'm close to this hostile settlement. And this is just one of the things in the world that you won't feel like passing up. Because if you complete this and take out all the enemies, you'll gain access to the supply room that has hopefully some nice piece of weapon or armor that's better than what you have. I really like the way that they did the loot in this one. Because in the first division, if you had a mod and you added it to your weapon, you would have to take it off of that weapon if you wanted to add it to a new one. I really like this feature of using your flare gun to call nearby allies. But they don't really show up instantly. You'll see on the side of the screen, it shows that they're 228 meters away, so you'll basically have to hold it down until they get there. And this game is all about playing smart, positioning, because if you try to run and gun, you're always gonna die. I've never died in this game and felt like it was ridiculous or BS. I just felt like I needed to position myself better and find a better vantage point, because the enemies will definitely flank you if they have the chance. So I'm pinned down here as my allies get closer. I love the realistic reloading. I remember I was using the 249 Bravo, and while I was reloading that, it just reminded me of my days in the army. And surprisingly, the enemies are not as bullet spongy as you would think. You can always get a headshot and do major damage, sometimes even take them out with one shot if you have a strong enough weapon, like this one, for example. Nice. Now, as far as the story goes, it's good enough to keep you going. Nothing spectacular, but that's not what this is about. And it's not even, I felt like I would probably just feel like I need to get to the next firefight, but I actually don't. Like I said, exploring in this game and finding hidden items, hidden rooms, hidden weapons, stashed keys, all that different stuff is, it's just so rewarding. Not to mention, I believe there's going to be so many secrets in this game. Some of the first secrets that have been revealed, you can find videos of them on YouTube, are the hunters and how you encounter them, which I think is pretty cool and unique. Like, some of them, you can only encounter them at nighttime, and you have to do a few different steps before they come out. So anyway, my allies arrived and took out a few of the enemies for me. So now I'll be able to push up and take out any unsuspecting enemies. The allies really help out at times because they'll take a lot of the aggro off of you. And you guys see I'm doing this solo, but I have my squad gameplay that I'll be putting out soon. And this game becomes so much more better in squads. So when you kill that last enemy, they'll give you an XP bonus. And you might think that's the end of it, but it's not. Now you have to take out the enemy back up before you can actually claim the site. The side missions in this game are pretty long. And you guys can hear how loud this turret gun is. I'm telling you, when you actually play it for yourself and you can feel the difference in each weapon. I feel like this game is probably more, if not just as tactical as Ghost Recon Wildlands. And this game is way better than that game. You might feel like, especially if you play the first Division, that this is going to be Division 2.0, 1.5, whatever, but trust me, it feels a lot different. It's a lot more engaging. It's a lot more rewarding. It's just overall more fun. The world looks better and it's more interesting. There's more buildings to go into, and you'll be amazed at how far you can go within a building and in the sewers. So now I have access, and look, there's more loot everywhere you go. Now I have access to the supply room, and you guys are going to see how rewarding it is to complete one of these side activities. These are actually my favorite to complete, and you're going to see why right now behind this door. One thing I haven't spoken about is the PvP or the Dark Zone. I recently unlocked the Dark Zone, but I haven't tried it yet, so I can't really comment on that. But from what I heard, it's really rewarding, but can also be unforgivingly hard. Before I forget, one quick tip is to save your money until you're level 30, in my opinion. And don't deconstruct items or weapons, just sell them. So look at this, guys, another weapon crate over here. So you get at least 2 weapon crates in the supply room. So that's a total of at least 5 different things that you get to interact with. So that's just more potential for great rewards, and it just keeps you wanting to play, keeps you going forward. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end this video by saying I hope I convince you to buy this game, because you won't regret it. I was very skeptical of this game, especially coming from the Division 1 and the amount of time that I put into that. But this one is a huge step up. And with a start like this, it can only get better. So I don't like to give games a number score, but if I would have to, this game would be a solid 9 for me. And remember, I bought my copy. This is not a reviewer's copy or anything like that. I don't normally review games. I only do them if I feel like it's necessary. And this game, like I said, is, in my opinion, the best game that came out this year so far. Even though it's early, I gotta tell it like it is. So anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, if you found something that you liked, don't forget to hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. This is your boy, Leo, and I'm out. Peace.